So with that being said, my take is the only true freedom that I know is when anything outside of me or anyone outside of me cannot affect me without my allowing. In other words, when I have that kind of treatment, when I'm treated that way, when I'm given that kind of respect that shows and proves. Okay. Yeah, truck behind me. That shows and proves that anyone or anything outside of me does not have the power to affect me without my permission. So you want me to vote? That's when you could get me interested in actually wanting to even foolishly believe that my vote matters. Nothing matters except race. Race is the only thing that matters. It's not real, but it matters because it gives those who are afraid of us waking up the power that it gives them so long as we stay asleep. It's just that simple. For me to vote for an individual who I know was raised, groomed, and taught to devalue me, not to love me, to dehumanize me. What part of the fish head game would I be playing to actually vote and be a part of a system that, I mean, we know you must support yourself in this man-made hell where we are the only creatures that dwell upon this planet and have to pay a fee. There's no other living creature on this planet that pays a fee to live. With that being said, vote. Me vote for a guy who I know was raised and taught and social and brought up in this social construct where he sees himself, has to see himself. It's part of the mechanism and the conditioning. He has to see himself as better than you because he knows, just like I know, we were all taught self-hate. It was just magnificently done. You know, they show you pictures of you in bondage and told you that you were a slave. You were a prisoner. You were being kidnapped. And the wording, we have to watch the wording. They said legal means it's all right. Legal doesn't always mean it's right. Slavery, enslaving people was legal. Those same people you saw in the handcuffs who were prisoners, they told you they were slaves. They enslaved them. It was legal. It's the kind of world we still live in. You just don't see that. It's still legal. Matter of fact, slavery is so legal that you volunteered a slave. So did I. Until I got off the beaten line and onto the blessing line. I retired. I decided to admit complete defeat. I was not working to make somebody else's dreams come true while I struggled with dreams that didn't even belong to me, trying to make them come true. The American dream. That doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to none of us, but some of us are under the illusion that it's all right to dream. Remember this. If you want the American dream, you can't wake up. You just cannot wake up. Hard to dream when you're not asleep. Let that marinate for a minute. The key to everything is consciousness. The key to the universe is consciousness. If we're wearing masks, we get less oxygen. And they know this. We get less oxygen, and that means that bridge, which oxygen is, to consciousness, It's that bridge that connects consciousness to life. You could be alive and you're not breathing. The machine's breathing. You're not conscious. The bridge that connects consciousness to life is the oxygen we breathe. Take that from us because they can't make us pay for that yet. But I'm sure that somebody in those laboratories where they're conducting all those other horrific tests and experiments, they're figuring out a way to size us up for meters on our nostrils to make us pay for the air we breathe. They're playing games with us. Playing games with us and always have been. It's the only way to keep us beneath them. Everybody's trying to understand, why is this guy doing that? Why is that guy doing that? Why is she like that? I don't understand. What's going on over here? Why are they doing this? How are they doing that? Who's giving them permission? I don't understand. There's a reason. No excuse. There's a reason why you don't understand. Because you have a conscience. And your conscience refuses to accept crapola. Bullcrap. So, if you did understand, you would have to be unconscious and ignorant. Now, if you want to recognize, which is a whole other story, recognizing makes it possible to accept and still allow you to achieve, rather than to not understand and be caught up beneath something that you're wondering why you just can't believe. It happened again. Oh, they killed another one. Oh my God, this one had a toy gun. Oh my goodness, it was what's her name's son. And then the nerve of some people to say, well, I've never worried about that. You don't have to, because that's not your illusion. Your illusion is confusion, thinking that everything's okay. You, little Janie and Sadie, are going to be all right. Yeah, you're going to be all right. Oh, nobody's going to bother you until they're done with us. Then you guys. Yeah, then your turn. You see how they did all this stuff to all the other countries and all this around us, and we paid it no mind. We just went on and ate our cornflakes and Fruit Loops and Pop-Tarts and Apple Jacks, Sugar Smacks, yeah, and said, freak that. Well, now it's our turn. These people are about to get crazy out here, all because of an illusion over which they have no power, except the one power that they do have is to believe or not believe. And they're both the same energy, but you got to choose the one that allows you to pick your beating. Get on the beating line. Stay on the blessing line. Get off the beating line. Get on the blessing line. Don't leave the blessing line, because the beating is still the teacher. Nothing changed. Still painful. It's even more painful now when you go back to it, because the cycle's always waiting for you. So leave that beating alone. If you've been with someone and they've used you or took advantage of you, don't go back, because that's all they're going to do to you ever. They have no respect for you. Don't go back to people who spit on you. Don't. Someone blackmail you, someone rob you, hurt you. Don't go back. Put their hands on you. Don't go back to that. You deserve more. Same way with people voting. You guys deserve more. Instead of worrying about who's going to be in office, it doesn't matter. There are two wings, left and right. What's in the middle of those two wings? That's whose vote counts. What's in the middle of those two wings? The bird in the middle of those two wings. That's the vote that counts. That's the vote that selects who you elect. So don't ever ask me why I don't vote. I am voting. I'm voting that today works out and I have that many less encounters to survive. Because every day is about surviving an encounter. Especially out here in this so-called Western civilization. Hold your head up. Stay your ass home. Avoid the void. The beating is the teacher. Let those fools go out there and kill each other. That's where they need to be. They're looking for that type of extreme activity. Let them have it. Let son and dad go out and shoot somebody, because that's all they're good for. Hurting something. They've never been taught to love. They barely love their own. Barely love their own. And many of us are the same way. We barely love our own. We're so worried about what those folks over there going to do. Nobody going to do nothing to you. If anybody going to do something to you, it's going to be your own family, your own cousin, your own uncle, your own nephew, your own brother. That's who's raping you, robbing you. Your own family. Same everywhere. It's everywhere. Stop judging people, looking down on people. Stop murdering people, even hurting people based on the fact that you don't like how they look or from where they come or whom they love or to whom they pray. Let people have that which they deserve. Give them that. And remember, true freedom is when you have the right to decide how anyone or anything outside of you affects you. And until that happens, I'm not voting for nobody. I'm voting for me and the love my mother gave me so I could share something nice with you one day. See? Think about it. Think about it. Now say goodbye to my little friend.